Hey there, hope you're having a great week. For today's video lesson, what we're going to talk about is on and off the beat and how that relates to our strumming and our picking as well on the guitar itself. So we definitely have dealt with this before in regards to picking, but maybe not in this exact way. When I talk about on the beat and off the beat, that's the first thing that we'll deal with. On the beat is when, let's say we're in 4/4 time. On the beat is going to happen on all of the beats, all of the strong beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So any picking that happens on the beat or on those claps would happen on the beat. Anything that happens on the off beat is something in between that's happening in between the claps that I'm doing here. So it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So all of those ands would be considered off the beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So hopefully that makes sense, and that's kind of the premise, that's our groundwork for this. Now how can we start relating this to the guitar, and why does it even matter? Well, as a general rule, what we'll say is that when we're picking or strumming, we're going to be picking or strumming on, when we're strumming or picking on the beat, we're going to be plucking or strumming in the down direction with our guitar, or with our picking hand, sorry. If it is going to happen on the off beat, we're going to be plucking up. So that kind of brings us to the concept of alternate picking, which we have done for our chromatic exercise. And well, why don't we review that anyway? So what I would do is take this exercise and I would go down beat, up, 1. So it'd be like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So I'm changing the direction every time because I'm playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But if I was to try to change it up, and I would go 1, 2, and 3, 4, and so what I'm doing there is going down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So that's 1, 1, 2, and I'll change it out every time. Sorry, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1. Anyway, so just kind of like that. And we're going to be playing down and up directions with our picking hand, and it's going to help us get through some stuff a little bit easier, and it's help us keep our time. But particularly what I wanted to talk about was how we can start relating this to our strumming patterns. So we've been working on some of our open chords and stuff and making sure that those feel nice and confident. But what we want to be able to do is talk about these patterns and how we can make them more musical, because it's very rare that we'll see anybody go to play a song and let's say the chord is an A minor chord, going 1, and just strumming down the whole time for the whole song. It doesn't happen very often. We often have a mix of down and up patterns. So what we'll start with is just making sure that we can play it just in the down direction. We're not going to worry too much about our left hand or our fretting hand. We're just going to be dealing with our right hand and how we're going to strum across this stuff. So I'm on that A minor, right? So the first step is just trying to get just the downs nice and even, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to slow it down because we're going to need to slow it down for some harder stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good, we'll stop there, right? Okay, so that was just going in the down direction. We said that doesn't happen very often. So now what I want to start introducing is the and or the off beats. So what I'm going to do is, like we had said, I'm going to strum up on the off beats. So why don't I go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So it'll go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Good. So if we're really into like ska music or reggae music or polka music, for example, what we would do is often just get rid of for the guitar player. We would often just get rid of the downbeat, and we would just play the offbeats. We'd go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So upbeats are on all of those offbeats. That's a good way to remember. Up is on the offbeats. So now what we can do is start to create some more patterns that are going to sound a little bit more rhythmic, and they're going to have a little bit more flow to them with our right hand. So what I'm going to do is going to go 1, 2 and 3, 4 and. So I'm going to go like this. Down, down, up, 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 down, down, up. And what we we can start to do is get a little bit more involved and come up with some of our own patterns or some really, really common patterns. So one that we'll talk about very briefly to end the lesson here is we're going to stay on that A minor chord and we're going to talk about this pattern. We're going to go down, down, up, up, down, up. So what that would be is 1, 2, and 4, and. So we're just kind of skipping through. We don't end up playing a downbeat on beat 3, which is a little bit different than what we've been doing. So I'm going to go through that again a little bit slower. Down, down, up, up, down, up. One more time. Down, down, up, down, up. And then you can see on beat 3 I'm kind of ghosting it, but I'm not actually strumming. Down, down, up, 3, and down, up. Right? So I'm going to play it a few times in a row just to make sure you got it. Up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So you can keep rewinding the video and going through that a little bit more, and it's just going to keep getting better. So hope you're having a great week. We'll talk to you next week.